Big thank you to Electric Moto. I'm excited, new to my page. I just picked up a Arctic Leopard enduro dirt bike, so pretty excited about this. Gonna be shooting some content with this. I got another bike, the Vetra. I'm gonna be doing some comparison stuff with this. So hopefully this will go good. See how far we can push this bike. This is the bike that I did choose to make a full race build. So I'm gonna mod it. Right now I'm getting ready to ride it. We've got a little bit of rain going on out here. I'm gonna take a quick ride on it. It's gonna be the first ride that I've had on it. Other than riding it to the trailer to load it up. But it did feel good. This bike is 100% completely stock. I have not modded a thing on it. It does have a direct mount from the factory, which is a huge deal that my other Vetra does not. So there's no need to have an extra amount of the fork steer tube sticking up, which is kind of cool. I always cut them off anyways when I go to a Warp 9 setup for the stem lock. I always cut the fork down because I come from BMX, and that's what we would do, is cut it down. Not exactly flush, we leave a little bit for adjustment, but pretty flush. With the dirt bike, you don't really need adjustment. You want the triple completely sandwiched. This bike does not feel stink bug at all. I think this is probably the first bike, besides like the Stark, the Dust, but this is the first bike you can get from a normal e-bike dealer that does not feel stink bug. Now, this bar and stem setup, I think it may be a little low. If I'm saying that right, because I usually run a higher bar on my bikes, which I'll go grab my Vetra in a second. I'm running a higher bar and a higher riser on it. I wanted to test this bike 100% stock. That way I knew what that feel was different. So I probably will change this over, or at least test a Warp 9 bar. Electric Moto is a Warp 9 dealer, so a lot of my stuff you see I'm going to put on this bike is going to be Warp 9. I can go 20 minutes from here and grab it with my hand. So that's where I got the bike. I went there, visibly got it from him. So it's kind of cool to be able to do it like you're buying a brand new car. He put it together, he built it, it's phenomenal. He did an amazing job. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm almost done. So we're going to try to race this bike this weekend. I wanted to ride it today, but it's sprinkling, and as you can tell, my baby girl keeps screaming at me because it's her birthday. I'm not going to hold her up anymore. I'm going to run in there. I'll probably get a ride in after this, maybe. But it looks like I'm going to go open presents. So I love it. I think you guys will like it as well. We'll figure out the weak links, the ups and downs of this bike, because I'm going to put it through some pretty hard paces just because of what I plan to do with it. 100%. I don't know that I'm going to road ride it as much. I'm going to keep the Vetra and do that with the 1916, ride it on the road when we do road rides as a group. I'd probably do a seat cover. I was talking with Josh from Electric Moto, and I want to do this build and he wants to do one, so we're kind of going to do it together. We're going to talk about it, we'll ride it, we're going to do different stages of the build. So I think for the most part, I'm going to stay stock battery, stock motor, and stock controller for as long as I can. With the Vetra taking the same battery, I have 2 batteries now, so I can do hot swaps. I may put a pin in the bolts that hold the battery down, which is real cool because a lot of the bikes don't have battery hold downs. Well, this bike does. So I'm going to try to get this set up to be all quick release so we can hot swap it in a race if I need to. I went with this bike so I wouldn't have to. I didn't want a jack shaft bike anymore. I wanted to try something different. I'm an e-ride fanboy, so I actually asked ChatGPT to give me an e-ride tune-up for the far driver that would make it feel like a 3.0. It felt pretty good. It felt pretty similar to a 3.0. A jack shaft bike and a gearbox bike, obviously RPM a little different, but for them, it did real good. I have tuned my Vetra, the app, and just riding this bike from Joshua to the trailer, this bike's throttle curve felt so much better. So what I did is I took the tune out of this and I sent it to my Vetra, and I'm gonna run both stock tunes. I may fix some regen and some little things like that, but as far as power delivery, I'm gonna do my range test and all that with the stock tune. I'm not gonna change anything on that, and if I do, I'll go back to the stock tune for the range test. I don't want to alter any of that when I'm trying to get real data for real racing. I'm hoping that somebody will come out with a lightweight wheel. I plan to put titanium bolts throughout this bike. I'm gonna do everything I can to get the weight down. Somebody had mentioned going to Ultra B brakes. I don't know that I'm going to do that unless I have to. I'm going to fight that as long as I can. I think I can do okay with this stuff because this is better than what I've been used to. So it's always going to be a step in the right direction.